Hello everyone, very good afternoon. Thank you for this platform. I would like to thank all the organizers of Drone Expo 2024, all the guests sitting over here, panelists and exhibitors. Our topic today is, Dr. Pranay called me to speak on drone forensics because it's one of the narrow and most less talked about in the industry. Because drone industry itself is very niche. 10 साल ही हुए इंडस्ट्री को और ड्रोन फॉरेंसिक तक तो पहुंचना थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. But why it is important, that is why I am here to talk about. So let's understand what forensic is. Forensic in a dictionary language is scientific analysis of physical evidence. But what exactly forensic in drone forensics we mean? That means collection of data, extraction of data files, and then analysis of those extraction of data files. And why this is important, drone forensics? Because right now we are talking about the next gen technology in drone industry, but side by side, likewise the previous presenters explain that cyber security is important. Why? Because Digital India campaign has reached to its maximum peak. Every person from me to a auto rickshaw wala, a sabji wala and a high profile businessman is using an Android phone. So we need cyber security. It is equally important. So that is the same case in drone industry. If we are improving and mechanizing new drones day by day, we need drone forensics. And what does that mean? Why drone forensics should be mandatory? Because first of all, it is for the border security. Right now what is happening, let's talk about that. Future mein jo ho raha hai, let's talk about later. But right now what is happening in the present, let's talk about that. So our neighboring countries, they are not pretty friendly anymore, I guess. So like Pakistan, Nepal, because Nepal is mostly China-aided, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, we don't have much friendly terms with them. So to be very precise, there has been a drug war going on between India and China. And what that drug war is doing to us, as per the news article I'm right now quoting, because there is some problem in the presentation, so I'm not able to show you the pictures. So, but I have brought the news articles. We actually share around 553 kilometers of our border with Punjab and Pakistan. As per the news reports, it has been infiltrated by 250 drones. 250 drones are not less with infiltrating the drugs in India. And most of the drones are not, military is not able to handle. They are not able to catch that. And if the catching mechanism is not used by anti-drones, they are just shooting randomly on the drones. So I'll just read out a short report submitted by BSF Punjab Frontier. They also tweeted on their Twitter handle. You can check, it is mentioned on 10th of July 2024. What they have expressed in their report, that on a certain district, we catch a drone with drugs, we destroyed it, and then they are happy that they have actually stopped an infiltration. That is what their report present. Nowhere in their drone they have mentioned that after capturing the drone, we have sent it to the forensic labs for getting more information. Now why I am saying this, that we need forensic labs, right? And what kind of data we can find in it. So to be direct, to mention what kind of data we can get. So first of all, through drone forensics, once we catch it, so we need precautionary measures. It is not just we should be happy in catching ki humne pakad liya ek drone. No, we should be catching the drone. We should be analyzing from where it is coming, who is sending, what is the idea behind it, and then what are the prevention measures so that it cannot be repeated again. That is what the full circle of security, what I understand, and defense should be applying. It should not be only focusing on capturing, but to getting the information as well. So first thing is identification of pilot. So through drone forensics, we can do the identification of pilot, detection of any tampering in it, export of witness data extraction from flight logs, from where the drone are coming, metadata analysis from media files, flight controller analysis, and recovery from deleted files. These are the data what we will receive from the drone forensics. And what is the benefit from it? We will get to know exactly the IP logs, images, videos, signal intelligence, raw data, and even the wind direction from where it has been sent. The drones are just infiltrating our borders randomly, and the defense is not even doing the forensic test on it. Why they are not able to perform the forensics? Because they don't have that much of facility. I guess two facilities are prominent in India, that is NFSU in Gujarat and CFSL in Hyderabad. And to mention that these facilities are already overloaded by 4 crore forensic cases. So I don't think so they are having that much of bandwidth to take these daily drone attacks, what is happening on the borders. And I don't even think so that government is also taking these drone attacks seriously so that they can know what exactly and who exactly is sending these drones again and again, because 250 drones are a lot sending on the borders just to infiltrate for the drugs. What kind of help it can provide? It can provide a third eye to the government. Like what? It is basically an compliance audit report for the government. Right now we are catching drones, but we have nothing to say that our neighboring countries are actually infiltrating with our borders. They are playing with our national security. We have no evidence for that. So these drone forensic reports will provide you exactly the up and down where the IP location is, what is the wind direction is, from where this drone originated, and what are the towers it actually connected to reach to you. Maybe ये drone हमारे internal India से ही आ रहे हों, routing through Pakistan, but we are a blind eye to that, right? So this can be set right. Once you'll have these reports, we have the expertise, we have the exact people who can actually analyze these reports, prepare it under Section 65B of Indian Evidence Act, so that these reports can be presented to the court. And later on, if you want to put them in the UN sessions so that you can actually say something on the basis of facts, that is why drone forensic will be important on the basis of compliance. What else it can benefit in? A third eye is not just having one feature. It can have another features, many features. So another feature is that right now we are talking about Indianization of drone industry in India. Everyone is making drones. Manufacturers are keep on developing drones with new technology, with new design, that we have developed so many drones, but we know the reality, right? Where are the motors coming from? Where are the payloads coming from? Where are the carbon fiber coming from? And the softwares and the chips coming from? Because we are not developing, outside countries are developing and we are utilizing them. That is just assembling work we are doing, right? And defense has made a particular policy that we will not get the Chinese drones or we will not get the outside drones, but you have to do a blind eye on it because you cannot get the drones without these parts, right? So whom we are playing? We can play the public, we can mandate the policy, we can make a good eye in the public for the world that yes, our defense systems are actually banning the drones which are containing the parts and the softwares of outside country, but we don't have yet Indianization technology to build it. So it is obvious that in defense areas also, the drones which have Chinese parts, Taiwan technology, and what kind of data they are storing, we are having a blind eye on it. And that is where drone forensic enters. How? Whatever manufacturer is manufacturing, you have to get an audit report to the government through drone forensics. The drone forensic will get each and every bit of part of that drone. It will rip it apart and let you know what each and every part belongs from what country, from which company, and what kind of data it is storing. That will be a good eye for the defense at least. Now, if the defense is buying, and if they are still helpless, that we want to buy, and even if these drones are having some Chinese parts and softwares, and even if they are buying, they can at least make a decision that these drones should be used in a semi-restricted area or fully restricted area or a public area, so that they can actually make a choice on it. Right now, I don't think so because of drone forensics, defense is having any choice in it. The last thing I would like to mention in it, why do drone forensic is also important in private sectors and public sectors. Why? Because right now manufacturers are manufacturing drones. We are using drones through softwares. Those softwares are hosted on servers, right? Everyone is not making their own server. हर कोई अपना server तो नहीं बना रहा, कहीं ना कहीं से host कर रहा है. And the previous presenter as explained that you are not hacked directly, you are always hacked through a party, like a server provider or an application-based provider, right? So if your drone got hacked and it go haywire and malfunctioned, right? And it had done some incident or an accident, so all the responsibility will come up to you. There is a compliance. अभी तक कोई compliance नहीं है इसके लिए, but now there is a compliance. An audit report can be done through drone forensics कि ये सर hack हो गया था at this time at this place. It is not the responsibility of the company, so that you can have an actual report which can actually utilized. Varna government will take not even a second to put the responsibility on the company. Am I right? They cannot take the blame of the public. Corporates are the building blocks of the country, and they are the only people who can take the blame of the country as well. They are the first people targeted by the governments कि अगर कुछ गलती हुई, the corporate is responsible, we are not. So corporates should have an extra provision of compliance with a certification of 65B, so that they can actually provide these into the courts of law and get a way out of it. So that is what all from my side. We are GDX Security Company. We are existing from 40 years since 1986. We started with our company from manpower security, moved on towards facility management, then payroll management, and now we are into drone services, drone RPTO center, remote pilot training organization, where we prepare our own pilots, giving them the sense of security and responsibility. Another, we are also into cyber security, and that is where the forensic part comes in. So drone forensic is just another vertical for us. We have around 82 experts, forensic experts working with us. So that is what our capability. If you have any questions, you can directly contact to us and or can take information from the organizations. Any questions? If you have any questions, I'll happy to answer. Yes, please.
का क्लाउड है या सर्वर है, उसे आप कैसे एक्सेस करोगे?
यही फॉरेंसिक इसी को कहते हैं बॉस. वी हैव ऑल द टूल्स. सी लाइक इन साइबर सिक्योरिटी you use the tools. It is not the hacking process, it is the tools. Like Paul Alto and different kind of companies are making SIM tools, UBA tools. So there are forensic tools, there are dark web tools जो आपको dark web का data भी निकाल के देते हैं. So we already having a lab present in Ahmedabad, where 82 people are working under us, where we are doing daily cyber security process in SOC, NOC, red teaming, and penetration testings. So we are doing this regularly. Forensic is our part, and as we are providing drone services, so our vision is that why should government keep a blind eye on it? So I made a particular sector for that, for drone forensics, because this is the part which is industry is lacking. Like what we experience in cyber, in online, like everyone should go digital. मोदी जी ने बहुत उसे प्रमोट किया, सब लोग डिजिटल हो गए, लेकिन आजकल खबरें आ रही ये हैक हो गया, वो हैक हो गया. Hacking is being a part of us right now. हर कोई कहीं ना कहीं से हैक हो जा रहा है, पैसा निकल जा रहा है, चाहे छोटा या बड़ा, right? So because lack of awareness of cyber security. So that is what the gap we understood, and trying to make a solution oriented market for it on the niche level only, that if you have drone services, you should have drone forensic services as well, so that you can have a proper compliance report that can be submitted to the court of law and to the authorities, so that your compliance should be in your hand.
एक क्वेश्चन मेरा और था.
Yes.
ये थोड़ा ड्रोन से हटके है. आज के टाइम में राजस्थान हो, मध्य प्रदेश हो या हैदराबाद, बैंगलोर, यहाँ पे साइबर फ्रॉड बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है. ये थोड़ा आईटी से रिलेटेड है, तो इसको रोकने के लिए गवर्नमेंट क्या एक्शंस ले रही है?
एक्चुअली साइबर सिक्योरिटी में बेसिकली वी आर लैकिंग द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी अगर इंडिया के पास में कहूँ, इट इज़ जस्ट अबाउट द ज़ील. If the government wants, you can invest. We have so much money, right? We can invest in that. But
Yes.
the major problem is, what I mentioned is, We have only one university or two universities of NFSU, National Forensic Science University,
Yes, you're
where
right.
all these things are being taught, but we don't have manpower for it right now. Even if we have the infrastructure, we cannot have the manpower. And this thing lies under the crime control and police section, right? So we should have the cyber cells, but cyber cell में जो पुलिस वाला बैठा है वो कितना aware है?
वो तो जस्ट एक
So it is just a
normal
compliance
police
what
station
government
का
is doing by
constable है.
making the cyber security cells, right?
Right.
But there are no experts. And even if we'll have the experts, I'll tell you the biggest gap in the market. We'll have the tool, we'll have the infrastructure, we'll have the person, we'll get the data out. But we'll be lacking in one last thing, that is data analysis. That is the most important thing. इतना enormous data आ गया, उसको analyze करके, bifurcate करके present कौन करेगा? So data analysis के लोग ही नहीं हैं.
नहीं है, बिल्कुल
नहीं
नहीं
है.
है.
So we need to present that. ड्रोन फॉरेंसिक के लोग कम हैं, दैट इज वाई 4 करोड़ की पेंडेंसी है. तो ड्रोन फॉरेंसिक की तो बात ही कब होगी? सो दैट इज वाई आर विजन वॉज, आर MD's विजन वॉज to enter the drone forensic right now when the industry on a niche stage, so that people can have and utilize these services from the first. कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि बाद में इसकी रिक्वायरमेंट आए और बाद में सर्विसेज हो ना. एंड इट विल बी सेम लाइक जैसे कोविड पेंडेमिक आया था, वैसे अभी साइबर पेंडेमिक आने वाला है, बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव दैट मच ऑफ कैपेसिटी लाइक चाइना हैज़, रशिया हैज़, ताइवान हैज़, even Pakistan is ahead in cyber attacks than us.
बिल्कुल. अभी लास्ट 2 ईयर पहले हुआ क्या कि एम्स दिल्ली के सर्वर पे किसी चाइनीज़ कंपनी ने मतलब कुछ मालवेयर छोड़ा था या हैक किया था एम्स दिल्ली का सर्वर. तो कितना हमारा जरूरी डेटा गया उनके पास.
वो
इसका तो
एक इट इज़ जस्ट अ स्मॉल थिंग. आपने अभी सुनी होगी न्यूज़ वजीर एक्स के बारे में. हर कोई
yes.
वजीर एक्स को जानता है.
हाँ हाँ
आई
वजीर
थिंक
एक्स.
$23 billion have been lost in वजीर एक्स. How? But Wazir
हमने-
X is a private company.
Yes, yes, yes.
Such a big company with a huge infrastructure, they can easily invest in cyber security, and I think they must have, right? Even after that, if the Wazir X has been hacked, so understand the vulnerabilities with rest of the banks and cooperative banks. That is why DPTP Act has been implemented, but that act is still not been executed. That should have been executed by 1st of July 2024, but is still not executed. So it is a far-fetched option कि जब वो execute होगा, उसके बाद कोई केस रजिस्टर होगा और उस पर कोई ट्रायल चलेगा और तब जाके आप पे पेनल्टी 250 CR की डलेगी. So I'm not seeing that happening in near future. Thank you all.